Good morning, everyone. Today's lesson is talking about unit cubes and solid figures. Okay, let's open your book on lesson 11.5, page 663. Okay, now we have here one unit cube like this. We have this cube is about, we have this one face, this called face. This is the face of the cube, this one face of the cube. Okay, and this is about edge, this called edge. So we have face and we have edge. Okay, and we have this one unit, the length of edge, because all edges are congruent edges. Like here we have a unit cube is a cube that had length, width and height, the three dimensions that we studied before, and their length equal one unit length, 1 meter, 1 centimeter, 1 decimeter. Okay, so it will be one length unit. Okay, and then a cube has 6 square faces. So we have 6 faces. If you have a box, or like our example about prisms, if we have in your room, we have 6 faces. We have 2 up and down faces, which is the ground and or the floor, and your ceiling, your floor or your room ceiling. We have 2 bases and we have 4 lateral faces. So all the faces equal 6 square faces, and all its faces are congruent. All its faces are squares. So the squares, all of them, because the edges are equal, edges are congruent. So it has 12 edges and the length of all its edges are equal. So we have one unit here, and this is equal 1 unit, and this 1 unit also, and this 1 unit, and all edges equal 1 unit. Okay, here, how many faces does the rectangular prism have? Rectangular prism. Okay, as we started before, rectangular prism is about 6 faces. Each face is rectangle. Okay, what's the difference between cube and rectangular prism? Cube, all faces are square, but rectangular prism, all faces are rectangles. But all faces in rectangular prism not congruent to each other. Okay, so we have 6 faces like the cube. The number of faces of the cube equal the number of faces of rectangular prism. Okay, how many edges does the rectangular prism have? So we have also 12 edges, but here the 12 edges of rectangular prism not equal each other. So all the edges not congruent, not like cube. Cube, all edges are congruent. Okay, let's move to the next page. Firstly, write this answers, and let's move to the next page. By the way, this recording will be uploaded in your video lecture. Okay, let's skip this page or this exercise, and we have here, you can build other solids figure and compare the solid figures by counting the number of units cubed. So let's see here, we have how many cubes in this figure. Okay, let's count together. We have one cube here. This is the first one. And we have another one here, 2. Okay, you have to use your imagination to count the number of cubes. And we have the third one here is here, this one, and the fourth, this one, fifth one, and the last one, which is sixth one here. So we have here this figure made up of 6 unit cubes. What about this figure? Okay, let's see. We have here 1 cube, 2 cubes, 3 cubes, 4 cubes, 5 cubes. So we have 5 cubes here. Okay, so this figure made up of 5 unit cubes. Okay, so figure 1 has more units because we are comparing here between these two figures. How many unit cubes are there in the first one and in the second one, and compare between the number of unit cubes in each one. So we have the first figure has more unit cubes more than the second figure, or figure 2. Okay, let's move to the next page. Okay, here the rectangular prism is made up of how many cubes? Okay, let's count here. We have this 1 cube, and this 2, and this 3. So we have 3 cubes here, 3 unit cubes. And here, let's count it. You have to use your imagination to count the number of unit cubes. Okay, we have here this 1, this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have here 12 unit cubes. What about number 3? Okay, now we have this first cube, right? This is the first cube. And what about the second cube? We have here this second cube. So this number 2. Okay, so we have 2 cubes here. Behind them we have another 2 cubes, right? So we have another 2 cubes here. So it will be here 3, and here will be 4. Okay, so this is 4. 1 row equal 4. So 1 row here, this all equal 4 cubes. What about this? We have another row here, so it will be the same number of the first row, which is 4. So 4 plus 4 equal 8. So the third one is 4 also, so it will be 4 again. So 8 plus 4 equals 12. So we have 12 unit cubes. Okay, what about this? We have, by the way, that about 3-dimensional figures. So you have to imagine how to count it. Okay, the next one. We have, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have 7 unit cubes. Okay, let's see here. Compare. We are comparing here between two figures using these symbols: smaller than, greater than, or equal. Okay, firstly we have here 1, 2. Firstly you have to count the number of unit cubes in the first figure and then second figure, as we studied in the previous page. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 unit cubes. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have another 5 here. So it will be equal. So it will be equal. The next one, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 unit cubes, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 unit cubes. So this will be greater. Okay guys, this our lesson today. It's very important to know how to imagine the order of cubes, of unit cubes, forming this figure. Okay, we have some figures, some three-dimensional figures consist of number of unit cubes. You have to imagine how to count each number of cubes, of unit cubes, in each three-dimensional figures. It's very easy to understand it, but you have to imagine it well. Okay, if you have any problem in our lesson, after this video I will answer your question. Okay guys, thank you for listening, and I will listen now to your questions.